welcome to Let's Talk Politics. On this edition, we are discussing the recent killing of Deborah Samuel in the northern Nigeria. Stay tuned after this commercial break, it gets better. Welcome back from that break. I have with me here
Faisal Adam
and
Saeed Mohammed Sani.
Okay, so we're getting straight into business. Mr. Saeed, I want to know your point or your view on the recent killing of Deborah.
Yeah, what happened recently was just quite an unfortunate one. I pray or I wish it hadn't have happened, right? Yeah, the killing of Deborah Samuel, a level 10 student at the Shagari College of Education, was very sad to say the least. Yeah, but then I think it has been one too many, right? We all live in a very peaceful country, understand, like Nigeria, which even with that there's a lot of these Islamic extremists who are causing havoc and trouble across the entirety of the northern sector, right? So I expect Deborah should know better, right, to avoid all this, but not uttering a word that could provoke, right, the Muslim community to act this. But then,
So
to see the least,
when
it's very unfortunate. Yeah.
When you say she should know better,
Yeah.
are you saying they like it was right for them to have done that?
First and foremost, well, no one is supposed to take the law in his own hands. Right?
Okay.
We live in a democratic state, right? And so we have the institutions which deal with all these matters, right? So I expect the people in the community to just handle it to the law enforcement agency, to the law court to deal with the personal, rather than taking the law into their hands to do what they did.
No, but should this go to the law enforcement agencies?
What's the issue of the blasphemy?
Yes, exactly.
Even if you look at the Nigerian constitution, since she's a non-Muslim, she's not subject to Sharia court.
Okay.
Sharia court, the jurisdiction of the courts is restricted to only Muslims. So being a non-Muslim, she could have been tried by a civil court, but not a Sharia court.
Okay.
And in most cases, I don't think such a case would have been considered meritorious to even be given, that judicial attention.
Yeah, but I think just to avoid what happened, the reason why I mentioned the court, right, so that they can settle the matter out there.
Of course, I agree. Even Islamically speaking, you cannot execute punishment without trial. You understand? So what those students did is even non-Islamic, because there's no court, no Sharia court handed any ruling that they should go and get her and kill her. So what they did was extrajudicial, even from an Islamic viewpoint. You understand?
Well, like that's fine.
Because there was no court, no court mandated or ordered them to go and kill her. And even if you look at the Nigerian constitution, I think that is section 33 of the constitution. It says that nobody has the right to deprive anyone of their life unless with the order of a court.
Okay.
You understand? So you cannot take the law into your own hands and say because she has blasphemed the prophet, and by virtue of that you are going to kill her.
Yeah, but
you understand? When the
yeah,
constitution is very clear that you cannot take somebody's life, you cannot deprive someone of the right to life unless in the case of an execution, in a case which has been determined by a court of competent jurisdiction. So what they did was even unconstitutional. It's against the provisions of the Nigerian constitution.
Yeah. I agree with you, but I also think that
and
it's
you
high
know
time
that even in Nigeria, Sharia courts have subordinate jurisdiction.
Sure. It's high time we all become circumspect, right? We should know how to respect and be tolerant, right?
I agree with that. What she said was not right. You understand? The way she addressed or referred to the prophet. She should have used a more respectful or decorous way of telling her fellow colleagues not to post religious stuff in the group rather than to use the word nonsense.
But
You understand?
I'm beginning to think that there's more to it. I don't think it was just the message.
But for
Because
now,
her attack was on the prophet, okay? So there was something said that we don't know.
But at the moment, we don't know what you are thinking.
yes. So we are going by what
We know.
we've read or heard from media
So
outlets.
until that is provided, we can't.
Yes.
Okay.
But the point is, of course, you should have been circumspect, because when it comes to matters of religion, these are very sensitive, hot-button issues. You understand? People are emotionally attached to their religion. So if you say anything which is insulting, even the least, about either some fundamental belief of that religion or the religious founder, obviously it's going to elicit some emotional response.
but I've heard
However,
that-
it shouldn't have been that extreme.
I've
You
heard
understand?
Yeah,
Islam is a
but
religion
I'm
of
also
peace.
saying that
Yes,
maybe
Islam is a
maybe
religion.
Islam is a religion.
And a religion of
So-
tolerance.
So now I'm beginning to question that. I say, like, what are
How
you
do you
teaching them?
reconcile both?
You understand? What are you
That's what
teaching
I'm
them? Who
saying,
is
that-
teaching these people?
Okay, so first and foremost, like how my other colleague here is saying that we should be tolerant and try to respect other people's religion,
Yes,
which is
very
very
important.
sensitive, right? Everyone is attached to his own religion, right?
Yeah.
And we have never had any precedent where a Muslim brother or sister has clearly come out to just say something blasphemous about the Christ.
You don't know for sure.
No, but they-
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But then,
Yeah.
but then, even with that, I think like she has just gone to extreme.
She has crossed a line
Yeah, the red line,
which gives
right?
them the power to kill her.
No. But I'm saying that looking how the Muslims are, how they revere their prophet, right?
When you say how the Muslims are, what do you mean?
Yeah, there are people who really don't joke with their prophets, right? That's their demigod, to say the least. You understand? And so if you try to cross that red line, maybe they might do something that will deter you, or to deter the rest
As
of
a
them.
Muslim,
No, but death is not the way to go.
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
Islamically
yeah.
speaking, if you accuse someone of blasphemy or saying something impious or irreverent about either Islam, the Quran, God, the Prophet, you have to make the person stand trial before a Sharia court.
Yeah.
And the Sharia court has to find the person guilty of whatever offense he has been charged with. You don't take the law into your own hand. Go and grab somebody,
initially, like,
stone the person, and
I read that point,
set the
that,
person ablaze.
What they did was unfortunate. They took the law into their own hands, and
Yes,
they must respect
it's very
the laws of the
unfortunate.
country, right, to do the right thing. So I think they just went too far. But then I'm also praying that our colleagues in Nigeria, the other religious group, will be very decorous in their languages and not to ever issue this kind of statements.
so if they don't do that, it means you guys are going to continue killing, or what?
Yeah, if they don't stop, it means they are attacking the image of Islam, right? They are doing
But
something
Islam
contrary.
doesn't say if somebody attacks the image of the religion, you should go to the extent of killing the person.
Yeah.
You understand?
We've all agreed to condemn on that, right?
Okay.
Very vividly, we've condemned. But I'm saying
During
that
the
if
Prophet's
that
time, weren't there several people who said the Prophet was a sorcerer, a madman, and all kind of things? But how did he respond to those assertions that he was a madman, a sorcerer, and what? Did he go and start beheading people and stoning and setting people ablaze?
No, as we maintain that Islam is a religion of peace, right?
But
So
that
what
is
those
same
people
to me
did,
now.
and was just to protect, right?
To protect
or
what?
just to make it as a deterrent, right?
As a deterrent, killing is a form of deterring people.
No. I'm saying that they went
No,
far.
I don't agree with that.
So it was wrong. At
No,
the
he
first
said
place
as
to
a
have
way
killed.
of deterring.
But then,
This is not a way
I
of
don't
deterring.
think,
This is a crime.
I don't think next time any person whatsoever might come out to do same, right? So this is very unfortunate to say, but then I don't think
in France, there was the Charlie Hebdo case where somebody made a painting of the Prophet in an irreverent way, and there were some Al Qaeda affiliated brothers who went to kill the person. But to this very day, we have people who are blaspheming the Prophet in France. So killing a person doesn't automatically mean that people will stop blaspheming the Prophet.
Exactly.
It can even
so. There's no respect. You understand? For one's religion,
No,
if there is respect,
but
we're all calling for
my
peace, right?
response was
And peace doesn't come just in its own way, right? It comes by human behavior. So if you are going to tell me that because the
No,
prophet
but if
doesn't
you say
instructed or the Quran.
if you kill someone, it's going to deter people from blaspheming the
No,
prophet in
no,
future. I don't agree with
no,
you.
and
That's
also
why I
don't
cited
agree.
the French example.
I also
You understand?
I also disagree when you say that. Just because there's nowhere in the scriptures that say
You
that
can
if
even
you
embolden people
right.
to even blaspheme the prophet more.
That if you're trying to just cross the line, maybe by insulting a prophet or saying something which is against the will of a Muslim or the thing is bad, we should allow you to just move freely without any caution or any punishment.
And why not?
Why
not
not?
allow them?
Why
The
not?
truth
Because
of the matter is, such things will never end. People are
is
going
reality.
to continue to blaspheme the prophet.
Are you going to continue killing
You
when they
understand? So
continue
if
doing
you
that?
continue killing them, new set will continue coming up.
but I don't think any person in its
So
right senses
I
will see this killing and also decide to just do it.
Are you saying this is the first killing?
This is the first killing.
I'm
That's
not-
why I
yeah,
cited the example in France.
France, yeah.
Why didn't those Al Qaeda affiliated brothers who killed that painter for making a painting of the prophet in an irreverent way, why didn't that deter people from insulting the prophet in France? This very day, we have people who are. And there are even political parties now in France who sprang up as a result of that incident, who are calling for the ban on Islam in France, who are saying that there should be a restrictive immigration policy that will slash down on the number of Muslim migrants who are allowed into France. You understand? So I'm saying that such a killing, I don't see how it deters future blasphemy in any significant way. You understand my point?
So like you have to act like what's the way forward or what's the solution?
I'll do that. I'm not done with you yet. I'm not done with you.
So
you understand?
Because I still feel like you think what they did
implicitly you are trying to justify what they are doing. What they did.
No, in my earlier submission, I condemn. Yes, I condemn it. Right, I made mention
it's
of
an uncivilized.
But when you say but,
yeah,
but any word before but doesn't mean anything to you.
Because I believe even today, right, if someone comes to just insult my mother right, or my dad, right, I won't take it lightly.
Kill the person.
But I'm not going to take it lightly. I will do something that will deter you from doing that next time, right? But the killing is out, right? But I will do something that will make you feel the heat.
Said, are you sure that when she made those comments in that group, the Muslim fellows didn't reply or they didn't say something against Christians?
No.
How do you know?
Well, if you have the evidence, for
if they went ahead to kill her, they could have done worse.
No. I'm not sure.
Are you sure she just posted there and they said, "Oh, okay, let's go and kill her"?
No. I think
surely they replied.
I think not everyone agreed to the concept of going to do what they did, right? But then there were other few people, right, who are of the view that by doing that, they are going to be awarded paradise.
Is that in the Quran?
It's not in the Quran.
Yeah,
but let him finish. Is that in the Quran?
Well, I won't say it is killing is justified in the Quran, but then there are some instances.
The point is, right? He's asking whether it is in the Quran that if you kill a disbeliever, you are going to be rewarded heaven.
Like let me give let me give you a precedent, right? And it was during the prophet's time, right, where he was having this good friend of his, right, who always come to his house, have a conversation, you understand, and all that. And anytime he goes back home, his parents used to slander and use all sort of derogatory word on the prophet, all right. And so he always come to lament before that. This is what my parents are doing. Then he just tell them that you relax. Their parents obey them, should do what they want you to do, and all that. And so one day he came in, he was like, "Dear prophet, like this is what I did to my parents. I beheaded them. Why? Because of what they kept on doing, right?"
Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
This story.
Yes, I am.
I want to verify the authenticity of. Is it an hadith?
Yeah, of course I did. Yeah.
What is the authenticity? The isnad, the chain of transmission of that hadith.
Yeah,
Are you sure that hadith is Sahih or Hassan?
No, it's
probably
Sahih.
Da'if.
No,
it's never Sahih.
No, it's not big. It's not big. It's a very
so
strong one.
So who narrated it?
Well, Buhari.
Buhari.
Yeah.
Hadith number.
Well, I'll get that to you. maybe
Because I searched for the story and never found it.
Yeah.
So an authentic hadith is usually one you can easily find. But the ones which are weak, usually you have to do more digging to find them.
Okay.
So I highly doubt the authenticity of this hadith, personally.
but it happened though. But then like we Muslims won't just say
Because
it publicly.
the prophet will never condone one killing his parents, because of the prophet himself told us the level of respect we should accord our parents, even if they are disbelievers. So even if you are a Muslim and your parents are not Muslims, you should give them the highest level of respect. The prophet even said, heaven is under the soles of your mother's feet.
Your parents, yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So how will
I don't want
all
to
right
go
with
deep,
someone killing?
I don't want to go deep into this Islamic teaching. This is a broader discussion we are doing, right?
Okay.
But then a minute.
With authenticity
like
of
let me give a
hadith.
scenario. Okay. Today, for instance, if someone just go to harass your mom or dad, right, and you just harass women, see
The girl
your mom,
never harassed. It was just verbal.
No.
So the analogy should be in relation to what
Yes,
we're discussing.
it should be.
Yeah. Okay.
So don't say harass. Maybe the person verbally
Even
assaulted
with that, and you just came and see your mom crying, right? You understand? Or to the point that like she's even innovated, like she's weak and she's confused, like she's very in a sorrowful state, right? And she narrates to you that this is what happened, right? What are you supposed to do?
What
I'm
am I
going to
supposed
confront
to
the
do?
person
You confront
verbally.
the question, then you understand what
Question
happened.
the person, know what happened, and if there's the need, warn the person, question the person verbally.
No, but
not to repeat that thing again.
But in that
But I'm not
state,
going
I don't
to manhandle
think
the person.
No, but if we are going to be fair to each other, I don't think you go there to talk to the person verbally, as you are saying.
Yes, we would. Why do you think we do otherwise?
No, we are
Only
just saying
if
it
the
just for saying
person
sake.
abused my mother physically.
So-
Maybe when I came,
so,
I saw scars on her body or something.
So are you
that
going
one
to do,
I might
do same?
But if it's just verbal,
But are you going to
I'll
do same?
confront him verbally.
But are you going to do same?
What?
If you came
Did
to see
Deborah attack anybody physically?
No, and I'm saying that I just said that in
No,
case you came to
this
see your mom
analogy-
oozing with blood, right? Are you also going to do same to the person who did that to your mom?
As in the confrontation,
Yeah.
of course there will
Of
be
course,
that.
and the same Quran says that when someone does harm to you, reply him with good, right? And so why do you have to also take the law in your own hands to go and confront the person in that manner?
It was just an example I gave. I don't mean that personally. That's what I would do.
No, but then most of we human beings will do that, right? So you see where I'm coming from. The Quran even says that.
Nah, but the girl did not assault the prophet physically.
No, I mean,
it's not like she slapped him or punched him. It was something she said.
I'm just making a point for us to understand, right? He said, well, when someone does something to you, just reply him like with good, right? Don't do anything or like just forgive.
Yes,
but then
that's what the Quran says.
Yeah, but then you are saying that you go and confront the person and do same to the person.
But is that in line with Islamic teaching?
What? No.
Exactly.
No,
so
but
going back to the original issue on the table, what those guys did
is un-Islamic, right? And
so
what she did was also
justified.
And what she did was also un-Christian, right? And so she suffered the consequences of un-Islamic.
When you say she suffered, it means you are justifying what they did.
No. If she had be cautious, right? If she has mind the words, if she has used a very decorous languages, I don't think this.
Still defending.
I'm not defending, but I'm saying that I'm saying that if you don't respect someone's religion.
One angle I'm also looking the issue from is: are we even sure that girl is mentally stable?
Of course she is. Of course, as a student of level. Yeah, she is.
It should be. And I'm thinking it has been going on for a long time.
From that same girl.
No, from like maybe the messages that was
I'm not justifying it,
but
then
just one day thing that happened. It should have been coming, and they've been talking about
it. Like the matter.
The reason why I was saying I was questioning whether she was this thing was because I don't see how unprovokedly she can say.
I'm maybe coming to that.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm maybe
coming. So if she said that out of the blue, personally I think maybe
it was intentional. Do you know why?
Something should have caused that.
No, it was intentional. Let me
Okay.
tell you something.
You see why I was saying the mental health part?
Yeah, because
I don't see how out
because
of the blue somebody can just say
because
nonsense stuff.
just someone posting a quotation maybe in the Quran or posting some images, right?
Of the Prophet,
Don't have to just, unless maybe you want to provoke someone. You understand? Because I don't see, we've all been students before, right? And in this group we see this kind of messages. Send this to 10 people, then you get favor from them.
Yeah.
But then we are okay with it. You understand? No one has ever done it audio. Unless they say, oh, stop posting this kind of thing. But then no one has even thought of going to that far, even mention, even
I
Satan.
remember I was in a Madrid group some time ago, and there was one guy who was constantly posting Bible, biblical stuff, and we were like, oh, this is a sports group. It's not a theology group or a religious group, so you should find somewhere else to post it. But we said it in a respectful way.
Yeah.
I didn't go and say, okay, nonsense Christianity or nonsense Jesus.
Yeah. I'm thinking there are some people that are teaching these people something else.
That is true.
Look,
No one is teaching them anything.
Relax.
Because the only teacher
relax.
is the Quran.
No, relax.
No,
That's the only teacher.
That's not the only
But
teacher.
listen.
You have
listen.
teachers.
No, like
the Quran.
Let's
Don't
be
say that.
honest on this issue.
Yeah,
Let's be honest
yeah.
on this issue. The northern part. If you are looking for the hardline Islamic states, there's the states like Sokoto, Kano, and these states we know that it's a fertile ground for Salafist teachings. People who have taken Islam to the very extreme. You understand? And so probably these people have religious clerics or whatever teachers who have implanted those ideas into their minds. That if somebody provokes the Prophet even in the least manner, the person should suffer death. Because if she has said the same thing in probably an Ahmadiyya setting or even a Sufi Islam setting, nobody would have killed her.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like that's why we
You understand?
still condemning what happened.
Exactly.
Right? But
so
then,
it means the prevailing Islamic dogma in that area to influence it to some extent. What the religious leaders teach in that particular area also influence
but as a Muslim,
their action.
But as a Muslim, your first teacher should be the Quran.
Okay.
Right? You don't have to listen to someone else's opinion or view.
But that's what we do almost all the time. Both Muslims and Christians.
So
even if the Bible is saying X and his pastor is saying Y, or the Quran is saying X and his Malam or Imam or cleric, whatever is saying Y, he will go with what his Malam is saying
Islam,
as opposed to what
so this
their
about
religious scripture is saying.
Personal views, not about what the books are saying.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So let's take our last thought on this. I want us to end it, but I want to know your view. So just give me your final word on.
I think like we have to respect and tolerate each other's our religion, and we have to be very mindful of what we say to our brothers and sisters.
But sometimes I feel like we don't really know the proper place of religion. We don't know where to put religion, because I feel like without religion we are still human beings. Or
you can still be moral without religion.
You understand?
We have atheists who are very moral.
So this issue is special, but you can give me your final word then.
My final words. What I would say is, yes, what she said was not right. When it comes to matters of religion, you know how people are sensitive and how hot button religion is. So when you are talking about matters of religious nature, sometimes you have to be very careful about your diction, your wording, so that you don't, flare out people's emotions and all that. However, what they did was uncouth, uncivilized. It was a dastardly act, unconstitutional, because the Constitution is very clear on the fact that you cannot deprive somebody of their life unless a competent court of jurisdiction hands down a ruling to that effect, that you can execute the person for whatever crime he has committed. So what they did was unconstitutional. It's against the dictates of the Nigerian Constitution. And even from an Islamic viewpoint, if you accuse someone of anything, the person needs to stand trial before conviction and punishment. But you cannot go right away from offense to punishment. The person has to go through trial, conviction before punishment. You understand? So what they did was also un-Islamic. And I think that such things should never be justified no matter how some people are trying to justify it, it should never be acceptable. It's a very unfortunate act which should not repeat itself.
Do you want to add something?
Yeah, again, I heard in some other news outlet today that those who carried out the execution were suffering from psychosis, and
so what if,
And-
that's why I was
and-
saying, what
and-
if Deborah was also suffering from psychosis when she made that statement?
yeah, and we are yet to see the truth of it. And for now, we all know she's a student and she's in the right sciences. But then, even those who did that are even the police custody.
Okay.
And so they will receive the punishment they deserve to.
We'll call it a wrap. Hello, lovely viewers. Thanks for staying with us. Same time next week. This is still Let's Talk Politics.